This is a podcast called 25 Whistles, talking football, and they all wear a whistle. Yeah, it's stupid, but what did you expect? It's a podcast called 25 Whistles.
All right, so Evan Singleton is here. I call him Evan Strongman, but we should say how we met. Can I say, well, first HIPAA, although I'm not a doctor. Can I say how we met?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I had ankle surgery, and I go to physical therapy. And Evan was in physical therapy, but there was a difference in us. Just sitting there, I could tell just physically at us that there was a difference. And, you know, you're just there, and Evan looks like a friendly guy, or he looks like he'd kill you, one of the two.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's usually what I get. Yeah.
I bet on friendly because he was talking to Daniel, the same physical therapist. And I was like, hey, man, what are you? It almost feels like prison in there, honestly, because you always want to know what people do and how.
Yeah, like, what are you in for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met like Major League Baseball players. I've met goalies. I met someone who won the Indy 500 twice on the same table that I met you.
That's cool.
And I'm always curious about people. And I'm like, hey, man, what's your name? And he's like, I'm Evan. And I'm like, and he's like, you know, getting worked on. And Daniel, who's our physical therapist, is like, Evan's not going to brag on himself. So Daniel goes, you know, Evan is like world's strongest man. And I was like, that tracks. Like just looking at him.
He's huge, man.
So that's how we met. We were in physical therapy together. I was getting my ankle worked on. Were you injured?
Yes, I have recently had surgery repairing my pectoral tendon to my shoulder.
You tear that?
Yeah, the tendon came completely off the bone.
Oof.
Was that in the middle of an act?
Yeah, it was.
What do we call an activity? What do we call it?
Competition.
Okay.
And there was a competition that was going on in Malta, and it was a competition put on by Eddie Hall that we're looking to get onto Netflix or Amazon. Fingers crossed for that. But there was a portion of the competition that was sumo wrestling, and when I engaged with somebody,
You were sumoing?
yeah.
That's got to get on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you were sumoing. Do you know how to sumo?
I don't know how to sumo, but I have a lot of experience. I don't know how to sumo wrestle, but I do have a lot of experience with combat sports. So,
Wow. How is it, by the way? How's the injury?
oh, I'm back to 100%. I'm back to full training. I'm in my prep for World's Strongest Man. It's going to be in the middle of April, and I'm feeling really, really strong.
So to back up half a step, are you currently the world's strongest man?
I am currently the strongest man on earth.
Okay.
No way.
Wait, hold on. Are those different titles?
Yes, they are different titles. So World's Strongest Man is the one that you would see reruns on with like ESPN.
I used to watch those.
Strongest Man on Earth is a competition that was they're taking a break this year and they're bringing it back next year, to my understanding. Strongest Man on Earth is essentially the world's strongest man, but the weights are the heaviest in the entire world.
So what are the things you do in competition in World's Strongest Man?
So World's Strongest Man is I would say it's a relatively solid mixture of strength and conditioning and speed. So you need to have muscular endurance, you need to have the strength, you need to have everything. There's a lot of events where we're doing multiple repetitions, you're doing stuff for speed. I need to pick up 300-pound sandbags. I need to pick them up, run 50 feet with them, put them on a table, and then run back and grab the next one, and then grab the next one, and then the fastest time who can get all three on the table wins. Stuff like that.
How big is the sandbag?
About 300 to 330 pounds, give or take. Give or take.
We wouldn't be able to move one of the, like, nothing.
So then to do that, to train that, does that mean you own one 300-pound sandbag that you would train with?
Oh yeah, I have a 400-pound sandbag that I can shoulder and do all of that fun stuff with. I have I train over at Gym 5, and I have everything that I need to train there. I've got a big wooden log that says T-Rex on it. I have Atlas stones that I can put on platforms and stuff.
What's that mean?
There's a giant, like, imagine a dodgeball made out of concrete that's 22 inches wide.
Okay.
That's about what I have, and that weighs anywhere from 250 to my heaviest one is 465.
And what's the goal?
So Atlas stones essentially there'd be 5 stones lined up in front of a platform, and you need to pick every stone up and load it onto the platform. And once you load the last stone onto the platform, you take your hands off. That's when time stops. The fastest time wins.
In my world, that'd be cup stacking. I'd cup stack and lift my hands.
Yeah, it's kind of
He
like
does that little stuff.
it's kind of like cup
I
stacking,
do
just
cup stacking.
heavy.
with heavy rocks.
Yeah, just with heavy rocks. Just with heavy rocks.
Dude, this is crazy. So, do you ever do like stuff like that just for like? Do you build a house like and just put?
Is it training when you build a house?
Yeah. Like I understand in a gym and all that training, but like I feel like you could do that with like a stone house and
Well, yeah, a lot of daily activities for the most part are a lot easier because I'm so strong. Like
How big are you?
I am 6'6" and 360 pounds.
And what is the perfect weight for you at competition?
I would say it's between 360 and 370 because if I go over 370, I start to slow down, and that's kind of cost me time on the moving events.
What's your natural weight, you think?
If I stopped force feeding, because I force feed every single day, if I stopped force feeding, I'd probably be somewhere around 315.
what does that mean? Force feed?
In order to do the heavy exercises and just the exertion that I go through training every single day, I need to eat a lot of calories. I eat about 8,000 to 9,000 calories every day.
So even if you're not hungry, you just like I've got to keep eating.
I have to get the protein and the carbs in. Force it.
Oof.
What's that schedule then? It's got to be regimented.
Oh yeah, it's my first meal is 6 a.m. and that's 5 eggs, half a pound of bacon, and then cherry Danish, and then a protein drink.
It seems
one
to me
meal.
that eating wouldn't be fun then.
No, eating is terrible. I hate it. I don't enjoy anything about eating at all.
Man, that takes the joy away.
It really
Yeah.
does.
And it's expensive,
Oh God.
right? Right.
That's a great.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great point. So
Oh, yeah.
grocery bills.
Every week it's probably somewhere in the 500s.
oh,
It's a lot of
just
meat.
for you.
No, it's just for me. It doesn't even count my wife. Yeah.
That's wild. Okay, so where did this start? What kind of athlete were you as a child?
So growing up, I grew up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it's a big farm area. So that's pretty much all you have to do is either be on a farm or go out and play sports. So I played sports. I did everything at least once, and I really liked amateur wrestling. So I decided to pursue amateur wrestling, and I ended up being nationally ranked my senior year. So I was very happy about that.
What size were you wrestling at?
I was heavyweight, so I wrestled at 245, and I was like 6'3", 6'4",
Were you dominant?
kind of.
Yeah. That's
Kind of.
awesome.
Well, I was dominant because, and I attribute this to my wrestling coach and his style of coaching is when that whistle blows, you just attack. You push the pace of the match, and you are constantly moving forward. You never give up an inch. So I brought that mentality into my wrestling. So as soon as the whistle blew, I tried to rip your head off.
Question: if you are that size, isn't that mentality a little easier?
Yeah.
Because I
would say
think I'd be
so.
a little more scared by someone with that mentality if they
Yeah.
were 6'4", 230 than if I were wrestling Eddie and that was his mentality.
a little different.
I mean, like Eddie's gonna peter out real quick. And so, did you like wrestling or were you good at wrestling?
Both. I loved wrestling, and wrestling still has a very, 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 very important spot in my heart. It's the reason why I have the mentality that I do as an athlete. It's the reason why I have the determination and the aggression that I do now when I train for strongman and all of that. I love wrestling. I love everything about wrestling. And if there's one sport that I would wish I could go back and keep doing, it would be wrestling.
So after high school, did you continue wrestling?
No, after high school, I got signed to the WWE where I became a professional wrestler.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
Out of high school?
Out of high school. I
So
got
how
signed
did-
when I was 18.
How did they
No
approach you?
way.
How do they know about you? Just from
So I was a big fan of pro wrestling all my childhood.
me too.
So I loved pro wrestling.
Favorite
and
wrestler ever?
Kane.
Oh, that's a good one.
Kane.
He was also a giant and
Yep.
could move.
Yep.
And that's an odd mix. Somebody that big that could also was agile.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay, go ahead.
So after I graduated high school, I knew I wanted to pursue professional wrestling, and my dad gave me like a year before. It's like, okay, I'll let you can pursue this for a year, and I'll help you out when I can, where I can. But if it's not within a year, you got to take up, like, you got to go to college and get further education. And for wrestling, I had rides to Penn State. I had rides to Rutgers University, like full rides and everything like that to be the wrestler. But I turned them down because I wanted to pursue professional wrestling.
Did you go to Florida and train?
Yeah, that's where I was
At
in
school?
developmental. Yeah, I was actually there when they transformed it from FCW Florida Championship Wrestling to NXT, which is what it is now.
And
So
what's
I was
in
there.
Florida?
That's their like developmental program. It's called NXT. It's where they'll bring people in to try out. They'll bring them in who have no like wrestling experience, and they'll kind of mold them into an active wrestler. And then that's when they'll start getting opportunities to perform on shows, and then they can work their way up into like Raw, SmackDown, the main shows.
So how was your experience there doing that?
It was mixed. It was mixed. I was very young, and looking back at it, I didn't have a lot of life experience to prepare me for everything that kind of happened. A lot of stuff came at me at once, and I wasn't really prepared mentally or emotionally for it. And then, unfortunately, I ended up getting hurt. I got a brain hemorrhage during a wrestling match. And
in the middle of the match?
Yeah. So
I would have thought you were like wrestling, and I've been like, I got him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing the brain kill. I got him. Oh no, watch out. He's about to hit me with the brain kill. Wow, I'm sorry that happened to you. Do you remember it?
No. I remember wrestling in the match up until the point where I got slammed. I got choke slammed, and I landed on the back of my head instead of my back. So my head bounced against the mat, rattled my brain, broke the inside of the left hemisphere of my brain open, and I was bleeding in my skull.
Almost die?
Yeah.
What do they tell you about that?
Well, after about 6 months of no wrestling, no contact, no physical strain at all, my neurologist essentially told me, like, if you take another hit like that, it's going to kill you. Like, it'll reopen, and then you'll bleed into your skull until the pressure will condense your brain and you'll die.
How long were you in the hospital?
I was only in the hospital for, well, it's funny because the on-site medic actually sent me home and just told me, he thought it was a concussion. So he sent me home and told me not to fall asleep right away. So that was awesome. Keeping in mind, all of this is just all of this was told to me by my roommate and other people that I was interacting with. I still don't remember like 2 to 3 months, like from the moment of injury up until 2 to 3 months. I have no recollection of that at all.
What's the first thing you remember after that then?
Oh gosh. I would say probably going into the training facility and talking to the on-site medic and talking about my symptoms and everything that I had, because I had a lot of symptoms going on at the time. I'm really thankful that I don't have these issues anymore. For the most part, I still have some stuff that I deal with, but I had uncontrollable muscle tremors. Like for like maybe a fraction of a second, I would like, my body would tense up. Like, it was almost like I was getting tasered for half a second.
And you didn't know when they were coming?
No, it was completely random. It would just happen randomly. I couldn't drive.
Have they diagnosed that now?
No.
Does it still happen at all?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Thankfully, that's like one of the few symptoms that actually went away. My short-term memory is still terrible. I still
Same.
Obviously. Yeah.
I think it's more age though, Eddie. Yeah. I
I don't remember anything my wife tells me.
Well, that's just part of it.
How old were you? How long ago was this?
This was, I'm 33 now, and it happened when I was 19. So
13, 14 years.
13, 14 years.
Did you move back home?
I did. I did end up moving back home for a little while, yeah.
And then are you lost as to, well, this was my plan?
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, that was my dream. That's what I wanted to do with my entire life, was headline WrestleMania and be WWE champion and all that. And it's just gone. So.
One last dumb wrestling question.
No.
What was
please.
your name?
Adam Mercer.
You could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that something you came up with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how it works with WWE is when you first get to developmental, you come up with a list of like 15 to 20 names, and then you send that up the ranks, and then they send you that same list back with like 3 names that they approve of, and then you pick from those 3 which one's your name.
And that was your first one, Adam Mercer?
That was the first
So
one.
that just came back.
Why that name?
I actually stole that from a video game that I used to play. There was a video game character from the game Prototype. The main character's name was Alex Mercer, and I just thought that sounded cool. So
I'd like to retract my statement saying you could have done better because you're bigger than I am. So I would just like to say, hey, maybe if we did it again, we'd pick something a little more intimidating. You're a pretty intimidating guy. So you go home. I'm assuming you're like a bit lost. Like, what do you start? Like, what do you think is next at that time of your life?
Honestly, like, I wasn't even cleared to exercise in the gym or anything like that. So I got really unhealthy and really out of shape. Like, I started downing like 2 liters of Mountain Dew every day, eating a whole pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I just had no motivation. Diet was non-existent. Exercise was non-existent. Everything was just awful. It felt like I was in purgatory. And then I finally got the green light from my neurologist to start exercising again. So I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like almost 400 pounds of just chewed bubble gum. And I hated what I looked like in the mirror. So I was like, I want to like what I see in the mirror again. What's the most like aesthetically pleasing thing that comes to mind? Bodybuilding. You're shredded, you have giant muscles, you look awesome. So I'm going to pursue that. So I ended up pursuing that, and I ended up dropping like 150 pounds and jumping on a professional bodybuilding stage in New York.
Oh, so you were a professional bodybuilder as well.
Once. I did one show. So
that counts.
Did you win it?
I did not. I got top 3 though. So that was cool.
I would say if you murder one person, you're a murderer. So if you did one,
Fair enough.
one professional bodybuilding competition, you're a professional bodybuilder. At least were. You had a career as that. Did you enjoy that or no?
I liked having a 6-pack and being shredded and all that. That was awesome. I've never been that lean before in my life, so that was cool to experience. But it was absolutely miserable, and I hated it. No.
Which part of it?
Diet. I'm a fat kid at heart. So when all I have to eat is boiled chicken, broccoli, and white rice 6 times a day, that's not it. And then I have to do 2 hours of cardio. That's terrible.
That's not living.
That's not living.
I feel
It's
like
not
you
living
picked
at
two
all.
terrible eating lanes, though. It's like you're only eating like a piece of chicken and a plant, a leaf, or you're eating 18 pounds of bacon in the morning.
Yeah, but at least eating 18 pounds of bacon in the morning, at least I get to have like dessert and candy and
That's true. When
junk
you said
food.
Danish, I was like, that's
Yeah, the cherry Danish.
cherry Danish.
Yeah.
I was like all the other stuff sounds too much, but cherry Danish. Yeah, like
the cherry Danishes you get from Costco when they're fresh.
Oh, my
mwah,
goodness.
they're so good. They're so good.
The hemorrhage, I don't understand, because I would think that if you had a brain bleed and now you're just carrying heavy things, putting
The
a lot of
strain.
strength. Like, was the doctor like, hey, you can't keep doing that?
I was advised. This wasn't recently though. Like it was around the time that I started exercising again and started trying to get back in shape. They were pretty adamant, like take this slow and slowly introduce your body back to it. Yeah, the doctors were kind of I don't want to say baffled, but like they weren't necessarily prepared for me to be like, yeah, I've been going to the gym like 5 times a week and the strain is not bothering me at all. I think that answer kind of like made them scratch their head a little bit, but to this day, like obviously I do the whole pass out thing every once in a while, but that just comes with
the whole pass out thing?
well, what
do you mean?
in heavy lifting with like powerlifting, strongman, and all of that, sometimes the pressure builds too much in your head when you're lifting, and guys pass out.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's not a super frequent thing, but it does happen. I mean, you can type in onto YouTube.
I won't.
But are you power lifter passes out, and they'll pick up a heavy deadlift and then they'll drop it, and then just the blood rush to their head will make them pass out and then just fall over. But then they get back up almost immediately.
That's normal in that culture.
Yes.
Has nothing to do with the
No.
past hemorrhage.
Nope. Has
Do you
nothing
ever-
to do with
Do you
that.
ever see the Anatoly videos?
Yes.
Those
I
are
get
great.
comment. Oh my God.
Dude, I watch those 20 at a time. And for those that don't know, he does this bit, and I didn't know him other than the bit at first where he's dressed like a janitor, and he's like, "Oh, that way looks heavy." And these guys are massive, and they're doing all this deadlift, and he's like, "I need to move it because I need to sweep under this." And they're like, "Man, we're in the middle of doing deadlifts." And he's like, "It'll just take 1 second," and then he lifts it up himself like 2 or 3 times and walks it.
This isn't heavy.
Yes, it's so funny to me.
Yep.
You ever met that guy?
I have never met that guy, but he gets tagged in my videos all the time.
He's never like done that trick to you though, where you're like, no.
Like I remember once at Strongest Man on Earth, actually last year, I deadlifted 1,134 pounds.
How does a bar even hold that? That's a different question. But anyway, go ahead.
They were covered in like Hummer tires and stuff, so it was really cool looking. But I posted that online, and then like half the comments are, yeah, but Ayatollah or whatever his name is, like he just call him in and he'll make that look super effortless. And it's just like, guys, come on now. I was proud of this lift. And now you're making it into a joke.
What was the weight again on it?
1,134 pounds.
What's your PR for deadlift?
On a straight bar, it's 1,010 pounds, and then on a trap bar, it's 1,134.
I have a trap bar. I like the trap bar. That makes sense. It'd be a little more. Why is that? The base is it?
It's a couple of things. The neutral grip.
I'm like you, Avatar bar, like you, man. We're the same, basically. That's what I was trying to say. We're the same. Yeah, go ahead and tell them, because I know, obviously, but tell them.
So with the trap bar, it's a neutral grip, and that just aligns with your body's natural anatomy a little bit better. It's easier to essentially leg press it. That's why people with a strong leg press and a squat are typically better at trap bar than regular deadlift.
When I regular deadlift, I prefer, I don't know
Mixed
what you call it. What is it called?
Mixed grip.
Okay.
That's one up, one down, like one.
Yeah, is that
forward?
allowed?
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. It's not recommended because in strongman we're allowed to use straps to strap onto the bar, and if your one arm is underhand grip and you strap in like that, and you have an excess amount of weight when you're deadlifting, that could put your bicep in serious risk. That's why.
Oh, you have scar. You have like things on your arms.
Yeah, I have. That's from when I tore my distal bicep tendon at World's Strongest Man, trying to clean and press a 230-pound dumbbell.
A single dumbbell?
Yeah. So I clean it with both arms from the ground,
Yeah.
and then I take one away, and then I press with one arm.
What did that feel when it snapped? Like, what do you feel?
Velcro tearing, like pulling Velcro apart.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. It sounds like a pop.
I feel like it's just a Tuesday for you and things are ripping. Like you're lifting such heavy weights all the time.
I'm just used to it. I've been
It's like
hurt a lot.
Another
Nah,
day.
Thursday at noon. It's my Thursday at noon ligament rip.
It's like us. Oh, I need gas. Need to fill
Oh,
up.
I mean, I've torn my biceps 3 times. I've torn my pec tendon. I've shattered both my feet. I've thrown my back out. I had nerve damage in my neck. I've done a whole bunch of stuff to myself.
When did you start knowing that strongest man on earth was a thing?
What, like strongman in general?
Yeah.
25. It was after my bodybuilding show. I wanted to
At
do,
age 25?
Yeah, at
Okay,
age 25.
I was going to say, because last year, man, you've come a long way if it's just since last year.
I wish. But I've known about strongman for a little while now, about 9 years now. And I started competing at 25. And before that, I didn't even know what strongman was.
How was your first experience in competition?
I won. And
No
it qualified
way.
me for the pro show. So it's not a system that we use anymore. But when I started competing, they did something called Platinum Plus shows. And a Platinum Plus show is like an amateur show. And the winner of the open heavyweight, which is what I competed in, if you won that, you would get an invite to a pro show. So you can go compete with the pro guys. And I competed in a Platinum Plus show, my first show. I won it, and I went to go compete with the pros. That was a World's Strongest Man qualifying tour.
Did you know Platinum Plus was also a strip club in Memphis?
I did not know that.
Yeah, because in college, some of my friends would drive over and they'd be like, I met the stripper, she's in love with me.
Oh,
And I'd be
God.
like, no, she's not. They're like, no, we drove 3 hours. And they go to Platinum Plus like once a month from in the middle of Arkansas. I don't think
Platinum
that's open
Plus.
anymore. Yeah. So when you win that, and when you walk in the very first time you're performing, do you look around and go, I think I can compete? Or is visually, does that not really always matter? What someone looks like?
Oh, no. What somebody looks like is completely irrelevant. We've got guys that are morbidly obese. We've got guys that are really small and under 300 pounds. We've got everywhere in between. I compete with guys that are 6'9".
But some guys that you don't think can go.
Yeah,
Like they might be smaller or they may be, but they still can.
absolutely.
Or the opposite. Somebody that looks like, oh man, they're so strong.
I've run into that a couple of times. There's guys bigger than me that I beat on a regular basis.
So you win for the sake of my knowledge, the prelim to get into a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Is that insulting?
No.
Okay.
No.
You go into the pro event. How did you do there?
I ended up coming in like 8th place.
How many people are there?
12.
And do you feel like that's a victory since that's your first ever like professional show?
No.
You were disappointed with that.
I was disappointed with that
Do you
because
think
my
you could've done
strength was there. I know that I could have done better because my strength was there to win the show, but it was my second competition ever. I made a lot of rookie mistakes.
Like, what's a mistake that you make then?
The hand placement on stuff like a frame carry, like a big wooden frame with handles on the inside of it. Instead of staggering my grip a little bit to keep the thing leveled, I didn't do that, and I just picked it straight up like normal, and then the frame would like tip forward, scrape across the ground, and slow me down, and make it harder to move.
Do you ever do that thing where you take the ball and you throw it over the top of that thing?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
I do a variation of that.
Like, I just remember watching the show that you were talking about. They used to come on ESPN.
Mhm.
They'd be in the sand. They would take something heavy medicine, maybe a medicine ball.
Oh, you might be thinking of a kettlebell.
Oh, it's a kettlebell.
We've done kettlebells, kegs, and
and
sandbags.
they throw, I've seen the kegs.
Yeah, and then we throw them over
Do you do that?
everything. Yep. I do that
How do you
too.
train for that?
I have so what I have is at my gym is a yoke. That's when I get underneath it, I stand up and then I run with it. That has giant pillars on it. I put PVC pipes in the pillars and then I connect a rubber band at like 12 to 15 feet and that gives me the height that I need. And then I just have the sandbags that I just practice with.
Do you hate training? It feels miserable.
No, I love training.
You love going to work. Man, that is
And that's why he
wild.
does it. Have you pulled the 18-wheeler?
Yeah, I've pulled a 747.
That's
Actually, are you?
airplane?
Okay, I was thinking like 747. What is that?
That's airplane.
I didn't know that was a type
it's
of
a jet.
No, like a big,
it's a
big
massive
jumbo
Yeah, like
jet.
a big commercial airplane. Yeah.
How'd that happen? Where was that?
That was actually in Florida. I had a good time doing that, and one of my buddies worked on an air base, like a private runway, essentially. And he was like, "I know you do the strongman thing. You want to get a couple guys together?
This wasn't a competition. This
No,
is,
this was just for
let's
fun.
just go pull
This was
a
just for fun.
747.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, are you familiar with monster trucks at all?
Yeah.
So in World's Strongest Man 2019, they tethered Monster Jam and Gravedigger together, and then I pulled them both at the same time.
Wow.
That's what Gravedigger was awesome. By the way, Gravedigger. When I was a kid,
Gravedigger.
yeah, because I had Bigfoot and Gravedigger, the two, the two
Yeah,
toy
yeah.
trucks. So now, do you ever just like want to show people how strong you are and be like, yeah, I can? Oh, like if a car, like a small car, and it's parallel parked and it's like it needs to be moved.
I love it.
You just
Yes.
could you just lift it up?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Or like you go to the parking lot and like there's somebody double parked. They're in the line. We can move that car.
I've been waiting for the opportunity. I really, really just once in my life want to see a smart car double parked so I can literally just flip it into one space.
Please call us. Please call us when you do that.
That's a TikTok video with
Yeah.
1 million views for sure. So you won the last Strongest Man on Earth.
Yes,
Going into that, did you feel like you were a favorite to win it?
I did. I really did. The events were very good for me. I was going into it super confident, mentally healthy, physically healthy, and like all of my training leading up to it was just going great. I went into it very confident.
Do you ever lift more than do you ever set PRs at these events because your adrenaline's also
Oh
pumping?
yeah, absolutely. So when I'm performing, I usually perform anywhere between. There's usually a crowd of anywhere between 4,000 to 8,000 people, depending on where it is. And
At the event.
At the event,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and I'm like WWE and just my personality, I'm a showman. I like to put on a good show. So when I get the crowd like behind me and they start cheering for me and everything like that, that's like adrenaline that I can't recreate. Like that fuels me to go much harder and faster than I ever could in training.
Have you ever been surprised as you set a personal record because you're like, holy crap, I just did it. I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
done it before.
Oh yeah.
Do you show it on your face or are you just like, yeah, duh?
Oh, I usually am pretty. I'm usually pretty animated when I hit a really heavy lift, especially when I know it's good points for the competition.
What do the other competitors know you as?
Annoying.
Why? Because
Oh no, I'm just joking. Strongman has had a very, very consistent flow of athletes where it's walk onto the platform, lift, wave, walk off. And when I'm doing it, I have smelling salts, my ammonia salts that I smell. I'll headbutt like a squat rack or something like that. I'll have my coach
you had a brain injury. Remember that?
Yeah,
Don't you next
don't
time?
forget about the hemorrhage, man.
fully
Okay,
aware.
just making sure.
I'm fully
You
aware.
forget sometimes.
I'm fully aware
Yeah.
that it's
The
not the best
doctor's
thing for me
watching.
to do. Yeah, I know, right? I'm fully aware that it's terrible for me and I should stop doing it, but I'm not going to because it works. But
How hard do you headbutt? Like just. Oh.
Does he have,
He's
you
got-
have
yeah,
nothing?
he's got
Oh, yeah.
cartilage.
Yeah.
Maybe we quit that. Maybe we.
I'll stop doing it when it stops working.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey man, just let him do. Let him
No, I know. I'm not telling him to do anything ever again. Like I messed up earlier, being like, maybe we can do better with a name. No. You're doing him. So when you win last year, was that the first year that you actually finished first?
Yes, that was my first
How-
world title win.
How awesome was that?
Oh, it was like 7-8 years in the making. Like, because at World's Strongest Man, I've had a history of like something bad happening that's costing me the title, tearing a bicep or a pec tendon, or like getting sick before the show even starts. Like just over and over and over again, just these random acts of just bullshit that have essentially taken away my ability to perform and to be able to go out and win a world level title. Like there was a part where I just broke down and cried in the hotel room.
After you won?
After I won, yeah. I took the trophy back to the hotel room, showered, and I was just like, finally did it.
Because you always get to be that now.
Yeah, I am the strongest man on earth until the day I die. And I love that. See, that's why I like chasing titles over world records, because everybody's always like, oh, the world record deadlift this, a world record deadlift that. It's just like, yeah, but eventually someone's going to come along and beat your record. You're not the deadlift world record holder anymore. But if I win world's strongest man, I'm world's strongest man forever.
And I'm Dancing with the Stars champion forever.
God, look at you too.
Like, yeah, we're talking. I mean, there'll be other dancers that wins, but for that season, I won. But I will always be that.
What's the point though of? And I'm not arguing with you, but what's the point?
We're all scared now. Hey, man.
I'm on your side, man.
Hey, what question do you want us to ask you? Yeah.
What's the point of being the strongest dude and not telling? Like, you saw Bobby in this.
Yeah, he didn't tell me.
And he would have never
told
known.
me. He wouldn't have told me.
Dude, tell him.
I'm just I deal with a lot of personalities on a regular basis because of what I do for quote unquote real job. And then like my history doing strongman and just gym culture in general, I run into a lot of people who just are arrogant, who just undeserved entitlement and think that they're somebody when they're not. And it's just, I try not to be oversharing with my accomplishments because I don't want to come off like that. You know, I mean,
but you are that though. You know what I mean?
Well, I looked at him and I thought he was a golfer.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy looks like he plays on the tour, on the PGA Tour. Yeah, no, he wouldn't have told me. I mean, had Daniel not told me, I would have never known. And I was so interested. I had messaged. I literally, as soon as he left, I followed him. And I was like, dude, you got to come up because I just have so many questions about this.
So cool.
Then the holidays hit. And so for me, this has been like a thrill to just get to know like your story. And like you're world's strongest man. What I wonder about is you tore your pec, but now you've got to compete in a month. Mm-hmm. Have you been able to train at the level that you usually train because you've been injured?
I have, yeah. See, it's funny because I've been injured a lot in my career, but the strongman community has kind of gifted me with the nickname Wolverine because I have a history of just bouncing back from injuries so fast and healing. And I like to take credit for that because I go above and beyond when it comes to my recovery because I hate sitting on the sideline and I don't like not doing what I do. So like when guys will do their rehab like twice a week, they'll go see Daniel twice a week. And then the rest of the week, they're just kind of relaxing and letting their body recover. Like I'm doing rehab stuff at home or at the gym and at the rehab center 3 times a day.
If I wanted to hire you to train me, would you let somebody pay you to train?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But they want to impress you because that's what I would. I'd end up having a brain hemorrhage just doing bench press. I'd be like, trust me, 420, man, I promise you. Watch this. So you'll train people?
Yeah. But
for strongman or for like
No, I do general fitness as well. I have one guy who I actually trained before I came in here. Nice kid, never been in the gym a day in his life. So I've just been giving him the basics and building his strength, and he's put on like 15 pounds of muscle.
Do you get impatient with people like that though, just because you've been doing it your whole life and they haven't?
No. I understand the level that I'm at. Doesn't give me any right to treat anybody any differently. Like we're all people, we're all on our journey, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, whether it's anything. We're all at different levels, but we're all people.
What do I get wrong, general public get wrong about when we work out? Because like should I be maxing on bench press?
0%. No.
Corey, of course not. Yeah,
we've never done that.
We've
never tried that at all.
Yeah, of course I don't do that.
Well, the thing that I see with a lot of guys, this is mostly guys, and
insecure.
I see it so much. It's they constantly push their body to the absolute max with certain lifts, deadlift, bench press, anything like that on a regular basis. And that's not how you build strength. If you're testing your 1 rep max every week, your 1 rep max is going to stay the same every single week.
So how do I get stronger?
You need volume.
So lighter, but more?
Yes. So like, let's say instead of going for a 1 rep max on bench press, for the next couple of weeks, I have you doing 4 sets of 10 to 15. And then I'll have you do 1 week, I would have you do sets of 8, but the weight's a little bit heavier. And then we would just progressively up and up and up. And I would have you do that rotation for maybe 8 to 10 weeks, and then we can retest your 1 rep max again.
What is a lift that people do that probably is so old school they probably shouldn't do it anymore?
I'm probably gonna get heat for this, but I never understood calf raises. I think calf raises are pointless and
Same,
stupid.
mine won't get any bigger.
You can get big calves in other ways.
I can't. I've tried to do it. I've done everything.
We've talked about this.
I do calf raises till the sun comes home. Those things still look like freaking toothpicks. Like, what could I do then?
Do you squat?
Yeah.
How heavy?
Pretty.
Give me a percentage of like 100% being maximum effort.
Oh, I mean, I could probably just tell you a weight. So I weigh about 170.
Okay.
If I'm going to do like a set of 4,
Okay.
265 or so.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not bad at all.
For a thinnish guy, I'm pretty strong.
That's not bad at all.
It's weird to say that next to him. I'm like, yeah, yo, for sure,
Okay.
depth.
All right.
For sure, depth.
All right.
But his calves aren't getting bigger.
My calves are getting smaller. Actually, I don't even have calves anymore. It goes straight ankle to knee. So like but do you say squats are a big part of that?
That's one part of it, because you're working your calves when you're doing any kind of full body movement like squat, deadlift, stuff like that. So I would recommend just doing volume with other exercises, including that. Targeting the calves with seated or standing calf raises, just, I don't know, never did anything for me. And
What
I
about
never
like
saw the
plyometric
results.
stuff?
I like plyometric stuff.
Do you do them?
I do. My coach has me doing the jumps where I'll literally just max distance jump 3 times in a row without resetting. So just jump. I do box jumps. I do all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit like that.
What do you do? Anything physical as far as exercise that's not lifting?
I do jujitsu.
Oh my
wow.
God! Can you imagine getting on the ground with him?
Yeah, your first day in class.
Yeah,
Are you
like,
sparring with
guys? Zevin, what the? I'm out. No, it's not.
Chokehold, you're
Nope, I'm
done.
out. Yeah, no.
I do jujitsu and I shoot guns.
Jiu-jitsu, man, that's tough.
Have you done MMA? Because you were talking about combat sports, like
Wrestling, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I've done a little bit of kickboxing, but nothing notable. Just honestly, just kind of a fitness class kind of thing.
Have you seen the slapping competition?
Fun fact about that.
Don't do it. You got a brain hemorrhage, dude.
No,
You gotta
I'm
keep
not.
reminding him.
No, I'm not
Okay.
doing. No, I'm
All
not
right.
doing that.
Okay.
As an athlete, hell no, never doing that. But I actually got invited. Me and another guy from World's Strongest Man got invited to be the guest catchers for when guys get slapped and they go unconscious. There's guys there to catch them just in case
Really?
they don't hit the ground.
That's cool.
Me and another guy from World's Strongest Man were invited to be special guest catchers for their first super heavyweight bout. So we got
Because you
to
need
watch
strong
it.
guys to carry
Did
the
you
big.
know they had guest or just catchers at all?
Oh yeah, because they fall backwards and they get caught.
It's to stop them from bouncing.
But I didn't know
their
they
head.
had guest ones. I thought
I
those
didn't know
were
they had
just
catchers. Like that was a legitimate,
Yeah.
like a job. Do people see you and go, "What are you?" Because you're something.
Yeah, you're
for sure
you're not a
something.
banker, dude.
It's like if you were to see a 6'10" guy who looks kind of athletic, you would go, "What are you? A volleyball player, basketball player?"
Oh, I get that a lot. In America, I get football player a lot, and then over in Europe, I usually am recognized.
Oh, so in Europe,
Strongman's a lot more popular in Europe than it is here.
that's like NSYNC in the early days.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, NSYNC went to Europe. They got big in Europe first. And
Really?
yeah, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys both.
I did not know
Massive
You're
in
like
Europe.
NSYNC.
Yeah, you're NSYNC and
I'm
Backstreet
NSYNC.
Boys. Yeah, and they
that. Jokes
got,
on you. I like it.
yeah, me too. And they were massive, and they came to America, and they really weren't yet. They were kind of known, but they blew up over there first. They're basically Evan.
Wow, Evan and NSYNC.
You feel good though now,
Yeah, I feel much better now.
man. That's so cool. It's like if I saw, I'd just be like, I would be intimidated to ask what you are, but I would know you were something, because you're too physically dominating to not be.
Yeah.
Even as just like a muscular guy, you're just not that. Like there's something elite about what you're doing. Even I saw you, I knew you were doing something, but I was like, I wonder what that guy even is. Like sometimes I think they're like lizard people, aliens. I
Yep.
thought possibly,
I'm a lizard person.
possibly he was that. And you still have fun doing it.
Oh, I have a blast doing it. I love what I do, to be honest. I love competing. I love pushing myself to the absolute limit physically and mentally. I love doing the personal training thing where I'm helping people. I love doing my security jobs because I like to keep people safe. Like, I love what I do.
You will do
Security.
security.
I do. I'm an armed security guard in executive protection.
You don't need arm. You don't need.
No, you don't need. You don't need.
I don't
guns.
know.
But they're more
You
fun.
have
Yeah, just
guns.
cut your sleeves off.
Well, I like to. I'm okay with using guns because if somebody's gonna run away, I'll chase you for 10 seconds and be like, all right, nah,
You're tired.
bang.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I am joking. I am joking. That was a joke.
That's crazy. Imagine him bodyguarding.
I would feel so good. I'd feel so safe.
Like I'd probably cause trouble.
Yeah, just
like
because.
just
what are you
because I
gonna
have
do to me?
him. Like
got
I would,
Evan.
I would go and do bad stuff just because I have him, and I'm not someone who wants to do bad stuff.
You are not the first person to tell me that.
I wouldn't say who else told you that because they're probably telling the truth. Yeah. So if do you do virtual training at all?
Yeah, I do online stuff.
So if people, because this is a big podcast, but if people somewhere were listening and they were like, man, I'd love to like virtually hit up Evan and like train, like how do they get a hold of you?
Instagram, actually. It's most popular and easy way to get a hold of me.
Is that like Evan Strongman? What is it?
It's Evan_T-Rex_Strongman.
It's a long one.
Okay. Why T-Rex?
Because that's actually, I got the nickname from my tattoos.
Good.
Are those T-Rex? Oh yeah, look at
I
that.
have T-Rex claws on my hands.
Why
got
did you do
these-
that?
I'm a big fan of dinosaurs, and Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. T-Rex has always been my favorite dinosaur, and still I keep up with paleontological discoveries and updates and all of that in the scientific community. It's just a hobby of mine, and T-Rex was always my favorite dinosaur, and I always wanted to start getting tattoos, but I didn't know what to get. I came up with this idea when I was like 15, 16, and you know how when you come up with an idea for a tattoo, be like, oh, this looks cool, and then like a month later, you're like, that's stupid. I'll think of something else. This stayed consistent like up until I was like 24, 25. And I ended up getting this 2 months before my first strongman competition. I just pulled the trigger. I said, screw it. Why not? So I went out and got it. 2 months later, I competed in my first competition. And halfway through, when I started dominating everybody, people started calling me T-Rex. And then I just kind of ran with it.
You got a good nickname. That's cool. My name was T-Bone because they said I got a boner in 7th grade. T-Rex is
True
much.
story.
No, it's a true
Yeah,
story.
true story.
T-Rex is so much better of a nickname given to you. T-Bone, that one sucked.
That's a good porn star name.
I was 12 and there was nothing porn star about it. It was like it wasn't like something I wanted to highlight. It was not highlightable.
It was in the gym, right? Gym
It was well. I was wrestling.
Wrestling. It gets worse.
No, it's all.
That's like peak as bad as it could get.
Yeah,
you got a
seventh
bone of
grade.
wrestling.
T-bone.
Oh.
It came out. I still say it was not a boner, but it did come out of my shorts ripped. It came out. The legend is what it is. They wanted to call me T-Rex,
But
and I was like, soon there'll be a real T-Rex, and his name is Evan Singleton. I'm rooting for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's
Thank
super cool. When you speak, I'm assuming you speak. I'm just assuming some people have you speak at stuff. Do they?
Whenever the opportunity comes up.
Okay, well,
yeah.
they should.
Yeah.
Because you have a great story. They should.
I like to share my story. I like to think that all of the hell that I've been through in my life is worth it if I can help one person.
Oh yeah, you gotta speak to some folks, like do speaking tours and stuff. You have a really great story. Man, I got nothing else because that's what I wanted to talk about was all that you just said. I'm rooting for you. Eddie, got one more?
I got one more question. So I would think that being strong and being able to lift whatever you want, you probably feel like you can do anything. What's one thing that you're just like, man, I just can't do it. Like I'm so bad at it.
Baking. I am terrible at baking. I've tried numerous times.
Are you good at cooking though?
I am good at cooking. I used to work in an Italian steak restaurant, and I was the head. I wasn't the head chef, but I was the head steak chef. So
What's so tricky about baking for you?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
You burn everything?
I burn everything. All of my fucking shit falls. I don't use enough yeast, or I use too much. I don't know. I
working
just
out.
can't figure it out. I can cook a 5 out of 5 steak. Like I'll make a steak dinner that'll knock you off your ass. But I can't figure out. If you want me to make cupcakes, you gotta recruit somebody else.
Will do.
Noted.
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 Not gonna call you for cupcake making. Guys, go follow Evan on Instagram. Do you ever post clips of you lifting stuff?
Oh, all the time. Yep, I post clips of me lifting, shooting, competing. There's some stuff on there with me and my wife. We do some funny reels every now and then, funny lifting reels. But
Does your wife lift?
yep, she is actually getting ready for her first bikini show, or not her first bikini show, but her next bikini show.
So is that like a female bodybuilding type thing?
Kind of, yeah, but she's not like super muscular. She's super thin and lean, and yeah, she's just getting ready for that. And that'll be
Are
fun.
you the favorite going into the next competition?
I'm one of them. Yeah,
Can we bet
there's-
on this? Can we bet on this?
You can bet on anything.
Love it. Love it. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. I'll find it. I'll bet on you.
Guys, go follow Evan. Dude, this has been awesome. Hope you had fun doing this.
I had a blast.
This has been super
You guys
fun
are
for
great.
us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And man, so I have a full-time security guy that works for me generally, but if for some reason you happen to kill him, you can have the job.
What's his?
Yeah, exactly.
What's his name?
You know what?
Kills
I'm just saying.
You have a picture?
Yeah, guys, and also Evans, his name is in the notes if you guys want to go follow him. That was great, and good luck, man.
Thank
It was
you.
awesome.
Thank you very much.